Yes? Good to see you.
Welcome to the channel. If you have questions and I have the answer, I'll answer it. If I don't, I'll let you know. I'll do my best. But this is my Warlock. I'm working on bringing this guy, doing the summoning. One more level, I can add a second demon, I think. I think that's how it goes. I'm not sure yet, but people have been saying it. This, I'm only keeping like a couple points in here, maybe. Wait, current skill. Oh, this is all. I didn't put any points in this one. Huh. Thought I did. So high it is. Dang. I don't play every day and I have multiple files, so sometimes forget. That'll be worth some money. Maybe not a lot, but something. Yes, no, maybe. Let's see where we're at. the bad thing about this kind of play that I'm doing is if you die, you die. And personally, Fire Shrine's bad. You would hope they would help you, but they don't. They can almost kill you if you're already hurt. You die. Yeah, right now I'm just waiting for my food box for my medical conditions. I've had to take a lot slower time on making videos because of my heart condition. They don't want me getting too excited. If I get too excited too early, I can blow a gasket. Which reminds me, if you have family members, plenty of them, family history of heart attack, I would ask your regular primary care doctor to look into getting tested for anything wrong with your heart. Some people it's a little nuisance, but can't happen to you. But I'm almost 40 years old and I practically had 100% blockage in my heart. I had to get a heart stent because of it. So don't take for granted what could possibly happen. Well, maybe I saw something else. Okay. If I have a heart stent, I have to do some light exercises. I'm on a better diet right now just to stay healthy. But I can't give up anything fun. Yeah, it's too bad they don't have Ocarina of Time on the PS5 or 4. That would be fun to play. And if anyone watches this and wants to comment on how to actually stream a Switch to YouTube, you can let me know because I've been trying to figure that out myself. And I've been having a hard time with that. I don't stream for money. Only because, yeah, it's not why I do it. I do it for fun. I have friends that have difficult time playing certain games. And if my experience helps them, it helps them. A lot of people get online and don't take the time to show. They just go through things fast so that they can't even see what's going on, what they choose. yeah, it's fine to walk through and say what's going on, but some people like to see where your level is and how much points is there and how it works. Sometimes they want to do the same exact thing and then spread from there. But in my personal opinion, playing this game to a point where, as a hardcore player, you have a unique benefit to playing. You can play around with the character more, especially with the shared stuff. Usually, you wouldn't put money here, so you put it all in shared, leave this empty, and you fiddle around with this a little bit and store everything here that you might want to use for another character. More chances of getting special items like these. And this one's made for the character. I have sets for those. Let's sell it. The gloves. But yeah, a lot of things are just much harder on this, but easier if you follow through. Yeah, that's even with blue ones for preserved heads. They're not always good, even if it says blue. You don't get much money half the time. That's why I like to only grab the yellow ones of those if it's not a necromancer. Apparently I took this. So I must have had earlier on a skill thing when I saw this. So 2 more levels from now, which means I'll be level 16 when I'm able to possibly summon 2 demons. But I'll be able to see if that's the case. Worthless. Ring, 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 ring. Evil phones. See, this gives me the 3 bolts there. I can't pronounce it, so don't. I think other people probably pronounce it better than I do. So right now I'm playing on the PS5 version. Yeah, I have a PS4. And I have a PS3 somewhere, but I don't have the cords to the PS3. They got damaged in the move. I'll probably have to buy a new PS3 replacement. But eventually I'll get a PS2, then a PS1 original. I'm trying to get find my PS4 in storage, but right now I can't look for it because it involves a lot of moving stuff. I want to kind of pull out my game for the 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time. My favorite game of all. Yeah, I still remember my first computer. It was going to be given to me, but staff was an idiot and was playing around with the computer I fixed that was given to me. And this is before there was a limited number of letters and numbers you could put in a password. He put so much in and just was random. The combinations could be anything. Could be 300 letters for the password or even more or less, and basically broke my computer. I mean, the first time I fixed the computer, which was given to me because I fixed the broken computer, was a fluke. I don't know anything about computers. I was just messing around on it. I got lucky. And luck, in my case, does not have second chances. Would have been nice. But that desktop didn't have a mouse, just a keyboard to move around on. Which in 7th grade in Vassar, our computer class, we actually had to do the computers without mouses. Our teacher literally took the mouses away. We weren't allowed any mouses. We had to navigate on the computer just using the keyboard. Which comes in handy with certain laptops, especially when the mouse pad on a laptop doesn't work real well. You get lucky and you can move around properly without it. Nowadays, they don't teach that skill. But it's useful for poor people who can only afford one computer and can't keep buying new mouse. It's just for the computer. It's pretty pricey. After a while. Low-income people have to wait a while before they can do it. And desktops, they become like, I would say, a distant past, like an antique. You don't see very many desktops anymore. Would love to, though. But as an adult, my first desktop was a Linux. I had this program that helped me make beats. I love that program. It was almost like running a disco. Having disco in my own room of my own choosing. I also played my first Diablo game on a Linux Windows. Eventually I got a regular Windows. And it became clear that I was not going to be able to keep it with going in and out of the hospital from blacking out from my PTSD. Eventually I got on the right medications, got my paperwork from Michigan, which changed my diagnosis completely. Because originally I didn't have PTSD according to my paperwork. But it was well known I had some PTSD from my therapist and workers. But given medications that you're not supposed to take is bad for you. So just remember, if you or someone has mental health issues, it would be good to look into that medication, what it's for, and don't always trust a doctor on their word. If you can, get a second opinion, especially when it's not helping. For example, back in 2019 or 2020, I forgot what year, but I was sick. Doctors kept telling me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not sick. You're not coughing. You're not wheezing. You don't need anything. I go to one ER, and then after they said I don't need any medications, I go to another. I had borderline pneumonia with bronchitis. I started showing small spots starting to. Wasn't bad yet, but it was still starting. But everyone, my cousins, could actually hear me wheeze and cough real bad. So sometimes you just gotta trust your instincts, especially when other people see you're sick. But if just you thinking you're sick, then you probably should not think it. But if other people know you're sick or sound sick, you can guarantee it. But once you find people you can trust with diagnosing you, don't stop going to those places, because at least you'll be seen and taken seriously. Me, I don't like going to the doctors, so I always get crap from my doctors about it before. Talk about angry doctors. They don't like when I wait. I avoid doctors at all costs until I'm really, really sick or can't stand it. So if anyone out there actually had a broken bone before, or a fractured bone, imagine the pain. For me, my fractured ankle, Just a squint in my eye. It was just uncomfortable. I couldn't stand on it. No yelling. Everyone thought I just sprung it. I wasn't in pain at all. Even now, I'm not in pain, but my ankle gives out. I fall down a lot. And that's the most scary part because I'll be walking and I fall down. Let's see. We got text message 1. TurboTax. If you know how to do your taxes, TurboTax is the way to go. Free, easy, and step-by-step instructions. Takes out all the expenses of using someone else. And no, I'm not sponsored by any of them, but I still like to act like they are. It's just fun. I don't have sponsors, but I still enjoy it. Alright. I gotta go to the door and slide in my food. One-handed food box for all medical cal users. Santa Clara Family Health Plan. You may qualify if you have certain health conditions. You'd be assessed, and you might be able to receive a food program. One of the programs is food boxes. If you're disabled, receive SSI and Medi-Cal through them, you might qualify. Call your local insurance and find out. Especially when you're tight on money. Best thing to do is check it out. It's free to check out. Doesn't hurt if you don't qualify. But just might help your budget when you're very low on money. Hmm. They gave me more breakfast burritos than normal. Okay. Let's see here. We got enchiladas, Mexican casserole, we got Batar Paneer, the Indian dish. I don't know exactly what it says. If you actually know the name, go ahead and figure it out because I don't. We got Thai Pad Thai. One of my favorites. They gave me mac and cheese again. So we'll be returning to the game shortly after I finish putting this stuff away. And a block of cheddar cheese, which I haven't tried yet. Only because I might be I am lactose intolerant. It's not a severe allergy, but there is a difference. Lactose intolerance just means you can't tolerate it, you just get the runs. If you're allergic to dairy products, you will have more severe reactions, like closed throat, rashes. Intolerance just gives you the runs. Thank God. Me personally, I prefer intolerances because, let's say you get constipated. You don't have to go far to get yourself a laxative to go number 2. Lactose intolerant people, all they have to do is have a little cheese or milk, regular milk. There are, however, options for lactose intolerant people. You got silk milk, you got lactate milk. Me, I use the lactate milk. To satisfy my needs when I actually want some milk. However, I do enjoy this new arrangement. Before, this shared area, only having three spots, and those spots included room for this, whatever fits out of these, and this, and this. You couldn't save up for what you want to make. And I just found out how to use these recently. So as you know, there's limited spaces here. Space. Extra space storage. Good place to store your belongings. You need that extra space storage. Comes in all different shapes and sizes. Now, a skill I picked up as a kid was sewing. Right now, I made myself a police-style blanket. Pretty easy to make. You just get a couple yards and do the edges at Michael's. And I did the Nightmare Before Christmas with Jack and Sally. It's nice and comfortable and warm. It's not quite a quilt, but that's fine. I also make my own clothes. People at Michael's really get to know me. They love seeing the clothes I make. Me personally, I have a very tall torso with itty bitty legs. Yeah, the smallest they make for pants my size, for my height, is 30 inches. That's way more than 5 inches too long for me. But if I make my pants properly with the proper side on each leg, you have one leg longer than the other. It looks like a freak show pair of pants. I'm a freak. I'm a super freak. Super freak. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, right now I'm waiting for my needles. In the mail from Amazon. I have a small amount that I can use each month. So I use a firm. Once I pay something off, I go ahead and buy what I need. About $10, $11 a month until I pay it off. And once it's paid off, I go back to paying a firm. And I have my thing. Good way to build credit, and also a good way to pay for things that's a little bit more out of your expense. Although you would need to have good credit to begin with. Otherwise, it's worthless. They won't allow you to use a firm without it. That might have been it. See the scepter, holy fire, might get something out of it. Maybe. Yeah, I might have to leave downstairs when my thing gets packages getting close. Only because we don't have staff here today. I live in an apartment building that has concierge staff called the Kelsey. Yeah, there's a waiting list for here, but it's for anyone who has certain disabilities. It also has some Section 8 housing, or if you have a Section 8 housing voucher and you qualify to live here, you can use it to get here, but there is, however, a waiting list. There is no one bedrooms, it's only 2 bedrooms and what's it called? Studio apartments. Although I've been in plenty of studios, and this is a pretty big studio that they have here. I like it. For 2 people, it's pretty big, but still not big enough. I still have to have extra space storage. But if you decide that you want to fill out and apply to the Kelsey Air Station in San Jose, California, let them know that I referred you, and hopefully no crazies here. They do however, have a lot of rules, so you gotta be very mindful of that. This is a community. Rules should always be followed. There's a lot of people who live here who just like to have the peace, but the rules are there to keep everyone safe. They have great common area spaces here and events for residents to get to know one another. There are house meetings that everyone should try to attend to if they do move here. Updates, rules, any concerns. If there's changing of staff or information, house meetings where you get the info. all around, this is a great place to live for someone with a disability. So if you have someone that has a disability, this is a great place. And you can't, it has stops to get in. Even on the elevator, you need a fob to get up and down. I mean, for a studio apartment, I use a mobility scooter to get around a lot, and I have no trouble. Although I would like to not do that, so I'm just waiting for Section 8, which I don't like their lottery. You gotta wait for them to draw you. I mean, people get picked before you, and there's nothing you can do. I struggle a bit with rent. But I have to suffer through it because Section 8 is not doing, it's not a wait list, it's a lottery. I don't know what's better. Actually playing the lottery or playing the lottery with your housing. Play every day with the lottery, you probably win within 50 years. But you can play the lottery with Santa Clara Housing Authority and you probably never get housing. Yeah, one heart attack and I'm having a difficulty paying all my bills properly. I had to split some of the bills up so I can pay them. Food got more expensive for me because of my health condition. After having a heart attack, different meal plan altogether, which sucks. I was walking around in the dark wood and I suddenly found the tree. Gotta be close. Seriously. Ring around the tree. Hopefully it doesn't sneeze. Monsters, monsters, they must come out. Ah, here's the tree. Probably should change this.
The Order welcomes you.
Good morning.
So I need to bring that to strength 45. If I take this off, I'll lose any strength. So 45 strength. Need those. Dexterity or strength. Life. Four strength, or 3.
such an old tree. Pity its fruits are just this scroll.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ah, very good.
The reason why I keep the books is like this is, yeah, if I run out of stuff, that's fine. I can restock. But you pick up so many scrolls here. It costs less to buy, and then when it's full, get a little bit of money by then. But you start off with a good amount. Okay. Woo! Bad boys, bad boys.
This is what happens when half measures are taken with demons.
To show you the difficulty is at 8. So I'm playing the hardest, so you can see how strong I am without it. I mean, it'd be a lot easier to kill these guys with being at difficulty 1. Little children, 8 stops away.
Help! Go to the rogue's camp now.
I think we're alone now. Well, I'm going to take a break so I can go downstairs and get my stuff. Part 4 will come after I grab my stuff from downstairs.